So let's deliver this moon blade to Nasib.
About the gift. I am bringing him the Moonblade.
The Moonblade, you say? The grand prize of the arena of Mora Sul? A useful gift. Gonzalez will accept your gift with thanks.
He better. So we only need 25 more reputation points. And then we can see Gonzalez. And although it doesn't look like it, this is apparently the tavern. So let's have a word with the barkeep, who's sitting over here.
Ah, look here. The new champion of Mora Sul. Hey, you. Are you looking for the temple keys too?
Excuse me?
There's only one topic in this wretched town. The artifact keys to the temple of Mora Sul.
Really?
The fellow in my pub asks a lot of questions about the temple.
You know he's sitting right there listening to you.
Maybe you should talk to him. What are you buying? Or are you broke already?
What do you mean?
Nothing's cheap at Mora Sul. If you have no gold, you're soon down on your luck here.
You don't look like a Shishin.
That's probably because I come from Myrtana.
And what are you doing here, you fat bastard?
How can I make some gold here?
You could try to make some bargains with the merchants.
Anything else?
Well, if you need some gold really badly, I could lend you some.
Could you? How much?
Let's say 1,000 for you, but then I want 400 extra back.
So he is the only money lender in this game, but he will only lend you money once. And if we borrow 1,000 gold, well, we actually have no need for it, but in fact, returning the gold to him is a quest reward, so...
I would like to borrow your gold.
All right. I think I can trust you with my gold. You've got 5 days. Then I want my dough back, plus the 400.
And we can just give it right back, we don't have to wait 5 days.
Here's your gold back.
You didn't disappoint me. That was a good investment.
It's kind of funny that he doesn't even question it. But yep, you're essentially paying 400 gold for 2,000 experience, which is worth it in my opinion.
Interested in a little business?
What do you have to offer?
Oh, I see I caught your attention. I can tell you how to get your hands on one of the temple keys of Mora Sul.
And?
Well, this will cost you a little.
How much?
500 gold coins.
What's a mercenary doing in Mora Sul?
Business. What else? You're here to get on the gravy train too, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose. Reasonable enough. Seems like a far way to go for a mercenary to make a profit.
Where's the temple key?
Have you got the gold?
Yes, here.
Fine. Now, the temple key is outside of town. Desert raiders got their hands on it. They took it during a raid, and are now looking for a buyer.
Do you know where those raiders are?
Yes, I can lead you there if you want.
Let's do it.
Lead me to the desert raiders.
I will. Follow me.
Hey, buddy. Off with you. Desert Raiders, eh? Seems like a job for some fireballs. We should get that ready.
Yeah, get out of here.
How the hell did you even see me? And there's kind of like a small ruin, like I don't know, chamber there. But there's nothing inside of it of value, unfortunately. There are actually 2 standing stone tablets, but I couldn't read them before, and I don't imagine that was a bug of any kind. I just don't think they're usable objects. So he leads to these ruins right outside of town that we passed by before, that we have conveniently ignored for the purpose of this quest. So, let's see what he has in store here. I see them. Ready to kill some raiders, my brother?
Right, my friend. Time to say your final prayers.
What?
See, you're a desert raider yourself, huh?
You had better give me all the temple keys you found, and quick.
What makes you think I've got any?
Those stupid things are worth a heap of gold here. I already got my hands on one. And someone like you hasn't come to Mora Sul to sell slaves. I bet you already secured a key or 2 for yourself. And I'm gonna beat them out of you now. Now
Treachery.
it's your turn!
And you are vanquished very quickly, my friend. And so shall you be. Handles that quite deftly. Now we get his very valuable shield. And he has the temple key. None of these guys have anything of real value. And they don't have any treasure around their campsite either, so unfortunately, they're worthless. But now we have the key. One of the keys. So, that was that, my friends. Not much else to do about it.
I knew something like that would happen.
So, with nothing else to really do, I think first thing we'll do is take a nap somewhere? Maybe not. I think the merchants will still be awake, so let's go have some dealings with them. Here's a merchant.
Greetings, keeper of 1,000 coins.
Oh, I keep much more than that, my friend.
Are you looking for something? Are you a raider of the lost temple keys of Mora Sul? Or is it a fate other than mere hunger for profit that leads you to our hot country, my pale friend?
Tell me about the temple keys of Mora Sul.
Oh, yes, I don't mind if I do. I happen to have one here in my possession. Perhaps we could make a deal.
You're a merchant?
Very perceptive of you. I trade in artifacts, like so many people of my kind in this country. Would you perhaps be interested in my goods?
I would perhaps be.
Show me.
And what do you sell? Ah, you have a stone tablet this time. Awesome, you didn't have that last time. I was hoping to find a lot of those here. What was that again? Worthless. You know what? I don't really care to keep that. We are going to need... Well, I don't think we are really going to need too much money. So, whatever. We've got enough to really reach the end of the game as far as I'm concerned, because when I don't intend to pay the 350 frickin' thousand gold to get the reputation boost from Ishtar. So instead... Actually, I could sell it. So instead I'm gonna do all all three endings of the game. I think I've gone too far. Yes, I have. Not sure what I was thinking. Come on, what does it take? There we go. So I'm going to do all three endings, which means I'm going to work towards the Beliar ending, which means I deal with the Hashishin, so... Alright, so all I really want from Ancient Knowledge now is the ability to use that robe that we found... Oh yeah, need to talk to him about the keys.
What do you want for your temple key?
You know, I purchased this for a reason. There's something in the temple that I would like to have.
What?
An old vase. It is covered with ancient writing. I propose this deal. I give you the key, and you bring me the vase. How about it?
And that's a fair deal, considering the vase is not something we can use, or we're even looking for in the first place. But I'm not going to accept the deal right away, because if I recall correctly, he has a time limit for you to complete the quest, meaning we would have to go into the temple within, I think, 2 days in order to safely complete his quest. Otherwise, I would say we would really piss him off, and that could spell danger for us. What the hell? Wow, I can't... Okay. Now, I don't really know what this is all about. I have to turn Marvin. Oh, I already did turn it off. I forgot about that. So I don't really know what this is. It seems like a cage of some kind, but obviously the door is wide open. So, I don't know if it's just... It's definitely not a prison, so I'm not really sure what they keep in there. Interesting design, however. And this guy actually sells goods. We should just take some lockpicks. Been using those a bit frivolously lately.
I don't know you. Are you from up north?
You could say so.
Seeking to make a profit too? Sure. What else?
What are you doing here?
I sell, I buy. What would you like to hear? I'm an artifact trader, and as long as things don't go wrong all the time, I'm pleased enough with my humble existence.
What's going wrong for you?
The slaves at the temple stole the artifacts from the orcs and sold them here in town. Every single trader here in Mora Sul made a profit. But ever since they caught Yusuf the slave, business has all but come to an end.
Tell me more about that artifact thief, Yusuf.
He was the best thief among the slaves. He even stole the keys to the temple of Mora Sul and sold them in town. Those are the most valuable items that the orcs have dug up out there so far.
But they're only keys.
That's right. But the orcs want to get inside the temple. That's why they would pay any price to get their hands on those keys.
Makes sense. Where is this slave Yusuf now?
He fled to the desert. Last I saw him, he ran northeast from Mora Sul.
I get the picture.
So that's our direction on where Yusuf really went, because Bandero said that he might be sticking around near the ruins, which are down to the south. So northeast, it's kind of north-northeast as far as I know. I don't really remember on what side of the road to Braga it really is. But it's really not too far away, and in fact we have more than one reason to go there.
I will help you get your business going once more.
I want the slaves to work for me again.
Sure. You want them to pilfer artifacts for you.
Go to the temple and talk to the fat man. He's supervising the slaves there. Persuade him. I don't care how you do it, as long as business goes on.
Will do. And what do you have for sale? Another tablet. Excellent. You also did not have one last time. So I'm glad to see those. They are a big help. Don't really have enough to afford that. Which is a shame. Don't need these, or these, or these, or any of these. Good enough. Actually, no, you still have quite a lot more you can buy. Good enough. Now, you are also a merchant. You have a lot of lockpicks. Might as well. Alright, now there's only one more guy in this... Actually, are you another merchant? They all have... Oh, they have a lot of money, though.
Have you woken me?
You have a shit ton of money. A shit ton of money. So we will buy it. We will, sell stuff to you. We can sell this to you. Excellent. Big money. Big money. And the only other guy to talk to in this alley is here.
What's wrong? Are you lost?
Do I look like it?
In a way, yes. You're peering into every corner as though you've lost something. Or you're looking for an opportunity to bag something here in the city, right?
And if that were so?
In that case, I might be able to help you. What's up?
Nonsense. I'm looking for work.
Well, I might have something for someone like you.
Oh, yeah?
All right. What do you have to offer?
The most influential merchants in the entire desert live in this damn city, and their great wealth matches their position. If you help me to lighten their burden somewhat, I could teach you how to really line your pockets.
All right. I'll help you. What exactly am I supposed to steal?
A while ago, this quack came to Mora Sul. He told the merchants here stories of a great, evil demon. It always comes by night and steals the souls of unbelievers. Naturally, there is a remedy. The soul chalice. It would protect its owner from the demon. 5 of the merchants here paid a fortune to obtain the soul chalice. Since then, every one of them has had one standing next to his pillow. Bring me the 5 soul chalices. The fools will also pay a second time when they noticed that the things are gone.
Who exactly has a soul chalice?
Fezul bought one, and Ilya as well. That I know. For the others, I am not quite so sure. Just take a look beside their beds. And don't get any ideas about selling them the items yourself. That requires a bit more sales talent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But of course. So he tells us of 2 people who possess those chalices. And grand total of 5 own them. So 2 of the merchants on the street have them. I believe the first one is right here. Dear God. And they're all sleeping with the chalices right beside them. There, we got that one. As long as we're careful about it, we don't have to worry about them waking up. And Ilya will be the next one, and he seems to glitch out. He cannot actually go to bed. Just watch this. Now if he goes straight through the wall back into his shop. So we don't really have to worry about him coming in.
Around like a thief.
How the hell did you see me do that?
You're creeping around like a thief.
Are you fucking kidding me? You did not give me this problem before.
You're creeping around
For
like
God's
a thief.
sake, dude.
You're creeping around
How
like a
do you
thief.
fucking see me? Alright, fuck it. It's mine. Deal with it. Next guy is the smith. For a man of such strength, he certainly does fear what he cannot see. And 2 more are right over here. It's interesting, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's interesting how many of the merchants live in tents here. And I suspect that's because Mora Sul is not really an area meant as a residence. It's instead meant as a sort of a point, like the biggest, pretty much like a bazaar. Like everyone comes together to sell their wares here, but they don't live here. So here we have some merchants chilling about. Be aware that some of these slaves kind of walking around, they will, even though they don't really react to anything else, they will point out when you're sneaking around, so be very careful. So that's this guy's, Hamid. We'll talk to him later. Should be safe to grab this guy's. No one reacts to us sneaking around. Masil. I will take yours. So that's all 5 soul chalices. So let's head back to Ramon and deliver them for our profit. For some reason this guy never sleeps and never seems to move.
Here are the soul chalices.
Ha! You are great. You've got what it takes. Congratulations. Here, I'll give you some gold now. Some time will have to pass before I can show up at the merchants with these things. They need to stew for a while first.
Of course. Let them marinate in their own fear. So we get 3,000 gold for that, plus he now becomes a thieving instructor and merchant. Now, I don't know whose tent this is. No one actually seems to live here. But it's a free bed for us. Now, for some reason, there's just a fat slave really fat slave just chilling in here. And he doesn't do anything.
Relax a little.
Yeah, he even says he's just gonna relax here. So, I get the distinct feeling that he is, well, where's he off to now? Oh, he's cooking. That must just be his job here, then. He's just here to cook for the rest of the slaves. And I think he, helps himself a little too much. I don't know who he answers to. Well, let's have a word with this Hamid fellow.
How can Hamid be of service to you, son of distant travels? A man like you must be interested in a good bargain, no?
What's that deal you want to offer me?
For many years now, I have been looking for a particular artifact, the amulet of sorcery.
Where is it? Somewhere among the ruins?
Not anymore. The busy hands of slaves dug it up from the sand. It is now in the hands of Ilya, the artifact dealer.
Why don't you go and simply buy the amulet?
That's not so easy, son of frank speech. If Ilya learns it is for me, he will inflate the price.
I will
Of
get
course.
you the amulet from Ilya.
Here, take this gold. It should be enough if you use it wisely.
Will do, Whistler. So let's have a word with you
Greetings,
first.
stranger from the north.
How's business?
Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I'm working on a big score with Gonzalez. But before that, I have to settle a couple of other matters. And I could use your help doing that, warrior. Work for me for a while, and I will make you a rich man.
Sounds good.
Do you see men from the north here very often?
Occasionally. The last one I met said that he was a fire mage. Well, as run down and starved as he looked, it was difficult to imagine that he was once one of those powerful mages.
Tell me more about the fire mage.
There isn't much to tell. He croaked in the desert. The only thing he had with him was this chalice. He guarded it jealously to the very end. Apparently, the chalice was worth more to him than his life. The fool.
Where is the fire mage's chalice now?
Haha! You seem to be very interested in it, stranger. Ha! And I thought the thing was worthless. The chalice is in my possession. Work for me, and I will give you the fire mage's chalice.
I see.
Oh, this dirt dog, he got us. Of course. This is the one fire chalice. I did not remember where it was, so I wasn't too concerned about it. I had the feeling that we would encounter it in Mora Sul, so here it is.
What do you want me to do for you?
I have to get this slave off my hands. Take Noroc to the Temple of the Ancient Ones. Talk to Vasim there. Let them deal with him.
What's the problem?
It's the sun. It makes him crazy. Last night, he stood before me in my tent with this penetrating gaze. Just get him out of here, or I'm going to lose my mind.
Let's have a word with him then.
Who are you?
I am Noroc.
That's a strange name.
Actually, my name is Oli. Yeah, that's my fighting name. It comes from my time as a gladiator.
Oh, they got the subtitles mixed up there.
Why don't you fight in the arena?
I did, at least until Angar took me apart. And then no one wanted to see me fight anymore. Philippe sold me to Masil for a song.
Oh, that is a shame, but we'll be bringing you somewhere soon enough.
I'd like nothing better. I need to do something, anything, before I go nuts here.
You gave Masil a pretty nasty scare.
Hey, I just couldn't take it from him anymore. Understand? The guy has no use for me anyway. I gave him a bit of a scare so he won't want to get rid of me.
Well, it worked.
And once again, I think it was a typo in the subtitles. He said won't want to get rid of me, when in fact he's supposed to say he would want to get rid of me. So, yeah, it was just a bit of a mistake. I apologize if there's a bit of noise. Once again, the furnace has just turned on. So there's quite a bit of rumbling. Now we need to talk to Ilya and try and weasel an amulet of sorcery from him without having to pay too much. And in fact, we already are wearing an amulet of sorcery, but we are not allowed to sell ours.
I am looking for the amulet of sorcery.
You've come in vain, then, I'm afraid. I have no such amulet.
And of course, you have to be very careful about which dialogue options you choose.
Really? Why don't you take another look? It is very old.
Oh, right. One of the old amulets. Yes, I have that. Tell me, why do you want it?
I want to increase my magic abilities. With this amulet, I will gain more mana and can cast improved spells.
Oh, fine. I will tell you my price.
And there you go. So we have the amulet. And just so you know I'm not lying, it is in fact the same exact amulet that we already have. So the only way we can give it to Hamid is to actually complete the script where we get it from Ilya. So let's bring it back to the bro over here.
Here's Ilya's amulet.
Excellent, son of reliability. And here's your reward. I can offer you another deal if you are interested.
Tell me about your deal.
Go to Morat's oasis on my behalf and bring him my greetings. Give him the amulet as a present.
A present?
He will not accept it without offering you something in return.
I see. How much should I accept?
You will accept nothing less than the lovely Yasmine. She is the price I desire. Yasmine, nothing else.
Yeah, I see.
How much is in it for me?
I will give you a heap of gold, and I will recommend you to Gonzales.
Sounds fair.
All right, I'm in.
Take the amulet, and listen. Do not let him trick you.
Where is Murat's oasis?
Not far from these walls to the west of the city, son of disorientation.
All right.
Very well then. So he says from the west of the city. Not entirely incorrect. You can head out the front gate and kind of head around this plateau here if you wish, but there's an easier way to do it if you head this way. And here, these are the ruins of Mora Sul. And this is actually one of my favorite vistas in the game. I just love standing here, gazing out across the fields of ruins, which are, it seems to me, substantially larger than the ones of Al-Shadim, which we can see over there, kind of faded out. The temple is that larger structure, intact structure right in the middle there. Interesting that the temples hold up when the rest of the buildings do not. I guess they were really made to last. Now over there, those kind of short dome-like structures are the... Well, let's one side of the excavation of the orcs, and the other side, well, is on the other side. You can kind of see those tents closer here. Now, these ruins are huge, expansive, and there's not a whole lot to find here, but it is worth exploring because there are some quests you can complete, and some interesting loot we might find, and there might be another piece of the... It seems like there would be another piece of the ice staff here. I think there was a mistake. I feel like whatever his name was, I think his name is Darmok, the mage in the monastery. I think he said it was broken into two pieces. Yeah, it says broken into two parts. And what I think I found out is, in fact, there might be a piece of it in all four locations here. I cannot say that for sure, though. So, it could be that, in fact, there are only two, and what I read was, in fact, a mistake saying that there were four possible locations. So you can kind of hop down here, and as long as you do it right, you shouldn't take any damage, but I did not do it right. No matter, we can easily sustain the damage from that kind of fall. So right over here is Murat's oasis, a quaint little place around a small pond of sorts. Certainly a lucrative venture in this day and age. Kind of some interesting music to start playing here. I think there's like one merchant just kind of chilling around here. Yeah, you. So I wonder if you have anything interesting. Nope, more lockpicks, some stew recipes, goodly amount of gold. Of course, we don't really have much to sell you anymore. And you are the man himself.
If you want to buy water, talk to the slaves.
What do you have to offer?
I am a slave trader. I deal only in the most beautiful women in the country. Take a look at my wares, and you will see that I speak the truth. You're welcome to go closer and talk to the girl of your choice.
Indeed. Well, so this is kind of a questionable occupation for them to be portraying in this game.
People say you are the most beautiful dancer in the land.
Do they really say that about me?
Dancing.
Oh.
I hope that soon I will belong to someone who admires more than just my dancing.
Well, perhaps you can start a progressive movement around here someday.
What a handsome fellow you are. A merchant from Mora Sul by any chance?
No, not really.
Too bad. I would have loved to become a rich merchant's wife. Being the wife of the richest merchant in town would put me in good stead, don't you think?
Now, there's kind of a weird sort of conflict here. Obviously, someone playing this game, seeing that women in this country are traded as goods, is going to be very upset about that. It's just very, well, I don't know, it's very anti-feminist in a way. But what's interesting is the way that they are treated in this culture. Yes, they are property, yes, they are sold and traded, but in fact, despite some expectations as far as their tasks, they seem to be held in high regard here. They are treated with particular care, and they can actually, according to her, seem to become pretty influential if they are married off to the proper people. So it's a bit, wow, there's some weird clipping there. So it's a bit strange, but just the way they are treated is in fact wholly different than the way male slaves are treated in this culture here. And this is kind of playing into what seems to be a lot of, I don't know, just a way it seems like Piranha Bytes does not write female characters with the same sort of equality as their male characters. And sort of the way I view it is, yes, that's true, and I wish that they would avoid that a bit more. They would make more, strong, independent female characters, as cliche as that sounds. But at the same time, they write very specific cultures. And in the Gothic and the Risen games, the cultures tend to be very traditional European. So in those cultures, in the household, women had their tasks, and men had their tasks as well, which both roles play without, they play in a very traditional sense, very traditional real-world sense, pretty much without fault. A few characters do break that mold, where we get, for example, Patty owned a tavern, she ran her own business. Same thing with Sonya, and I think her name was Sonya, in the first Risen. And in Gothic 2, we had a character such as Cassia, who in fact led a gang of thieves, and was probably one of the most reputable, well, she didn't have a reputation, and in fact, that played to her favor. She was one of the most talented thieves pretty much in the world, because no one had ever even heard of her. She was so talented that she was able to stay in the shadows and get away with her business without any trouble. So, they have had characters like that, but in a lot of ways, they just, even their fleshed out female characters just sort of play a very typical role where they just aren't, anything big in the grand scheme of things. And a character in Risen 3, I can't remember her name, she was one of the assistants on the farm near the Citadel of Calidor. And she was trying to get the farm for herself. Yes, she was a bit underhanded about it, so it implies that women are treacherous and blah blah blah. But she was trying to secure the farm for herself, which meant she had an inherent business sense and a belief in how an industry like that should be run. So, she had intelligence, or at least implied intelligence. And she was beyond just a simple farmhand or maid. So, in some regard, they do offer some, strong characteristics to their many of their female characters. They just don't really write enough, and they don't try to make them different in any way. So, in that regard, it's just kind of boring.
I bring you greetings from Hamid.
Hamid, my old friend. How is he?
He is doing good business, and he sends you this amulet as a gift.
Very nice. That is something very special. But no, I cannot accept.
You won't accept his gift?
Certainly not without giving Hamid a gift in return.
Here is Hamid's amulet. Now let us negotiate your gift.
Wait. You will receive 500 gold pieces from the treasure of the oasis.
And of course you have to be very careful, because he wants Yasmine. He does not want any other gift in return, so do not accept any of his offers until that point.
Wait. Take 1,000 gold coins from my personal treasure.
I cannot help you.
All right. I will give him the lovely Yasmine as a gift.
I think that will please him.
Then let it be so. Please make sure that Yasmine reaches Mora Sul safely.
Will do. But in fact, why don't we get a little entourage going
I
here?
want to buy a lima.
Oh, I see you have excellent taste, young man. She's good for many a memorable night. Gonzalez, the boss of the city himself, has an eye on her. Go to her. She will follow you from now on.
So he seems to have caught on to our intentions then. Yes, in fact, we are bringing Alima to Gonzalez.
I'll take you out of here.
Good.
Good. It should please her as well.
I'll take you out of here.
Good.
Somebody's gonna pay for this.
So, of course, we cannot just teleport or take any shortcuts back to the city. In fact, we do have to take the long way around. So, whoa. Let's, I think we can head this way safely. I think it's a bit easier than that way. I find that they tend to get stuck on these sand dunes when we go that way. But I think we can get around here just fine. Alright, buddy. I brought the goods.
I brought somebody for you.
Lovely Yasmine, mine at last. Thank you so much, son of gallantry. Take this gold. I will also vouch for you with Gonzalez.
Cheers.
Thank you. Hamid is an honest fellow. I will do well here.
Well, glad you think so. I would hate to think I pawned you off to a, unsavory bastard. Hopefully we can do the same for you, my dear.
About the gifts for Gonzalez.
Speak. What do you have to offer?
I am bringing a beautiful dancer.
Indeed. A beauty. Good gift.
She will find her place at the side of my master.
Now, hold on a minute. Hamid said he would recommend us, but our reputation has not gone up as a result of that quest.
Thank you, kind sir. Belonging to the richest man in town is a huge step towards my goal. Mark my words, someday I will be the wife of Gonzalez.
Well then, good hunting.
Yes, indeed. Good luck with that. Because apparently we get nothing. Well then, what else can we do around here? Well, we can do that. Ah, yes, we can do those two, so those will help. Alright, tell you what, next episode, we've been putzing about here for too long. So next episode, we shall find ourselves on the road to the ruins of Mora Sul. How about that, my friends? So see you next time.